Ain't it crazy? You got around this particular person, and for you as an individual, you're a person that's to yourself. You don't really like to talk to too many people. You know that people get around you. They see that you're full of good energy. They see that you're a person that's just real chill and real down to earth. And then you get this one person that comes around you, and for one, it seems like it's too true to. It seems like the energy and how the way they're acting around you is like it's too good to be true, right? They there all the time when you hitting them up at first. They hitting you up. You chopping it up with them, and it seems like, all right, you know what? You have your guard up, and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna give this person a chance because us as individuals, especially for us that's high vibing, we don't talk to almost everybody. We don't talk to anybody. But ain't it crazy that we get around certain people, and then what they do? The minute you let your guard down, here goes these signs that I'm gonna bring up to you. But ain't it crazy like you just feel like your energy, they're just taking your energy, they just doing all they can do to just bring you down. You feeling that you know what I mean, like you in competition and you didn't even really try to like even be in competition. All it was just love, it was just something genuine. And this is one of the reasons why I'm making this video. But before I get into the video, let me introduce myself. This is Gene, your best friend, your new best friend, and I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. And today, what we're going to talk about is 5 signs someone is jealous of you. Trust me, in this world that we're living in right now, people, like I said, people don't have an identity. I'm sorry to say this. At one point I was saying some people don't have an identity, but most people don't have an identity. This is one of the reasons why when you're out and about, you see a group of 5 people, 10 people, and you got that one person that's just leading the pack, and then that person just so bossy, they be saying some slick things, like for some reason they're around you, and you see them, you get into a group of these people, and then they'll just come and just like, they just stare like, and then after 5 minutes, a few minutes, they're in tune what they got going on, and then you just listen to what everything that's going on, and you just hear the little smart remarks, and you just ask yourself like, yo, how is it that these people can hang out with each other? Again, we're individuals, we have our own identity, we're comfortable being by ourselves, but these people are, like I said, most of these people, they're together because they're afraid of being alone, and then they just put up with each other with nothing but just down bad energy, you know what I mean? But let's talk about it. You see it, jealousy amongst them, they always get into problems, arguments, it's a back and forth thing. Cool. But yes, sign number 1, downplaying your success. By the way, I wrote, I got all my information, I'm just reading from what I just wrote. Downplaying your success. You could be a person that's just like, you know what I mean, you got a lot of accomplishments, right? You're a person that's hardworking. You're a person that's like, you do all you can do to reach your goal, and then all it is they see is just success. And then guess what? You know what I mean? You completed this task, and then that one person, it was alright. It's alright. You could have did this and did that. You didn't accomplish 2 or 3 things, 5 things, and you mean to tell me it's all right, and then you're critiquing what I got going on? Now, oh, you did a good job. You didn't do this. You did that. Sign number 2. Passive aggressive behavior. Like jealousy can, like for example, like that jealousy can manifest into many ways. Like the way they comment, gossiping behind your back, and basically it's just nothing but negativity. Like for example, like again, your accomplishments. You hear from the grapevines of someone else that so and so was saying about your that business you got. It ain't what it is. It's not that. It's not that. And you be like, yo, you're not into gossiping, and you don't know if that person is lying, but you do know that person that's telling you about that friend of yours who's gossiping behind your back sounds very, very similar. Actually, exactly what you got going on. You know what I mean? Some things that you like. For example, me, I'm a person, I don't like to gossip. I don't like to gossip. And for example, there's this one friend I have to slice and dice. I had to block her. I had to block her. Mind you, it was a group of us, and I knew that she was jealous because she always want to watch everything I'm doing. But she was into this type of relationship. But I noticed that when word got back to me, she was saying this and saying that. It sounded very similar to how she was having a conversation about somebody else when she was telling me that. And again, of course, if somebody could gossip about somebody else, they could gossip about you. But for me, being the person that I am, I'm not saying I'm forgiving, but at the same time, I let my guard down, you know what I mean? And I didn't really think she was gonna come for me. More realistically, I learned the hard way. She did, and it made a lot of sense when somebody was trying to, how she was coming at. So I blocked her. I blocked her, and that's what it is. You're always downplaying what you got going on. Like for example, I remember I did a video. I would have a video that I did and I many views, and I remember that the same person will come out of nowhere and she said, "Oh, your other videos wasn't like that. You think your next video is going to be like that?" And then at that, she caught herself. And that's how a lot of people are. They're always going to try to downplay your success. They're just jealous of what you got going on. And then they're the same people that be trying to do what you do. Number 3, trying to one-up on you. Like for example, I'm going to read what I wrote. A jealous person might try to outshine you by seeking attention. You know what I mean? And for example, they'll use their own achievements and their own type of things that they did. Like for example, you could be a person that's getting ready to like travel, right? Or you have traveled, and you say, "Yo, I've been to Japan. Japan is really nice. You know what I mean? I just like, you know, when I go over there, you know, I like to try their sushi. You know, I like all the electronics. It's so cool." The person is like, "Oh yeah, oh all right, yeah. I've been to London. I've been to London, and you know, London is real cool. You know what I mean? You know, and also too, I've been to Paris, and also too, my next place I want to go to is Thailand." You sitting there like, "Oh, okay, you know what I mean? I just explained to you that I'm going to Japan and everything, and you ain't want to hear about my trip, but you just went along, and then you just told me what you got going on in your next trip, and then here they go, and this is the part too. They start catching on with how they really are. Yeah, you know what I mean? When I go to Thailand, you know, I definitely want to, you know, go. They have like these places I want to go to in Bangkok, and then, you know what I mean, Phuket, you know what I mean, Pattaya, like, you know what I mean, Pattaya, it's Pattaya, you know what I mean? It's like, they don't even say it right. And then they call it, "Oh yeah, so, yeah, you say you've been to Japan, right?" That right there, they done told you how they jealous of you. And then long story short, you know that they ain't even been to London. They ain't been to London. You know they ain't traveled, because the whole time they trying to blow your phone up while you was in Japan, because you seen the missed calls and everything. And they was telling you, the last text you hit them up while you was in Japan, they was telling you that they went to London, Connecticut. Lying. And that's what I'm telling you. They're always trying to run up on you. 4, sign number 4, they will try to imitate you. Yo, this right here, I'm gonna tell you something. This right here have been my biggest challenge in my life, and I used to always let things slide. You could be a person that's like going to the club. I remember I used to go to the club all the time, right? You're a person that's going out there to have a good time. You're just going to chill, and if you're a guy or the girl, wherever you are, ladies, you could be a person. You could just be dancing. You could be dancing, mind your own business. You looking around, and then after that, you got your way of, you know, you got your own move. You ain't paying attention. You looking to the side. You see your homegirl. She's looking, and she's just moving, just looking at you the whole time. But the whole time, she's trying to copy you. She's copying you. But guess what? Them same people, them dudes that's coming around, they'll come around you and start dancing with you. And then guess what? Y'all vibing, y'all dancing, y'all moving, two-step. You know what I mean? He's moving, y'all moving. So now y'all caught in the vibe and everything. It's like, dang, that energy just flow. Like, you know, the energy is just going right. It's just, and then that same guy that you talking to, right, ladies? You see him, you looking at him like, dang, he's actually, like, you looking at him like he's actually attractive, right? You chilling, you ain't paying attention, you just coming out to have a good time. Your homegirl, now all of a sudden, now she's trying to talk to that dude, and then you see her far away, she's trying to do the same dance, knowing that she don't dance like that. She's doing the same dance, but she's doing it wrong. She wired the beat and everything. You're trying to imitate everything you got going on. Fellas, you a person, you got your boy. You know what I mean? You sitting here, like, for example, the same thing. You could be dancing. You go out and have you dance with somebody, you don't have no intention of trying to get with that girl. That girl, all night, she's coming around you wanting to dance. Now, I'm not saying that you're not interested in her, but you dance with her, right? Y'all try, and you look at her like, yo, dang, yo, baby, you looking good, yo. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you got her number. Now, y'all looking like y'all cuffed up and everything, and y'all getting each other because y'all just cool. She got her homegirls, you got your boy. The whole time your boy, he's trying to do the same thing you're doing. Now he's trying to dance and trying to get with, and then after that, again, he's trying to do the same thing you're doing. He can't just do it. He can't, because he's not you. Okay, I believe that you guys get my example. Like, and it's like that with a lot of dudes. Like, for example, you can have a certain situation where, for example, like me, you could be having a conversation with someone. I have this all the time. Sometimes I say certain things and I re-say it and I re-say it. I remember this one dude that I used to be cool with. We ain't friends no more, and I believe it, I ain't gonna be friends with him again. Yo, he used to say the same thing I say all the time. You could be a person, you could just make this word, it's like that. It's like that. Word? Yeah, man. I went to the store and I just found a $20 bill. Word? Yeah. Yeah, it's like that, man. God bless me all the time. Here they go. Yeah. They ain't find no $20. They ain't blessed like how you are. Yeah. I found a dime on the floor. Yeah. Yeah. Not saying that a dime is not a blessing. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that, bro. God is good. I'm trying to imitate everything you got going on. But last but not least, but like I said, number 4, man, is just, I realize I'll make another video about that, about imitation, when people are trying to copy you and everything. That's another video I gotta make. Last but not least, number 5, isolating you. For example, I'm gonna read it to you. Jealousy can lead someone to isolate you, either physically or emotionally, as they may feel threatened by your success in relationship with others. For example, you could be a person that's just like chilling and everything, and somebody wants to like know more about you or a certain particular about certain things, and that same friend could put you on. They don't want to because they see how your light is. They see how good you are, and they know that, okay, you know what? If I was to put Jean on, if I was to put Rebecca on, if I was to put Charlie on, they're gonna be way better than me. Gonna forget about me, and I'll just be. And that's what it is, number 5. But you get what I mean by isolating you. You know what I mean? But last but not least, I'm gonna give my own input about that. If you got people that's around you that's jealous, there's no question about it. If you know, and these are just 5 signs, but if you know other signs and other things, comment below. Give you an example, or if you have an experience. And I love reading your comments. I really love reading your comments, no judgment. Give an example, and I'm definitely gonna hit you up, and I'm definitely gonna give my input. And you already know this channel's for everybody. You can, we all family here. You know what I mean? There's no judgment. But like I said, if somebody's just jealous of you and just trying to do things and trying to like downplay you, they're trying to imitate you and all that, you already know. I just gave you those few examples. Man, I'm a big believer and a big fan of just cutting people off. I don't got time for that. I don't got time for you to say, okay, because I used to be, I know I'm all over the place. I used to be a person that was like, you know what? That's my boy. They're copying me. They're a fan of me. It's all right. You know what I mean? I'll just let things slide. You know what I mean? But realistically, when people are jealous of you, it's only for so long they can show you that, and then they're gonna start giving you signs of they're hating you, they're gonna call you out your name, and they're gonna try to just bring you down. So it's best off just cutting these jealous people off before it's too late. You know what I mean? People are gonna hate, but guess what? Your life and your peace and your energy is much more important. All right. So if you like this video, I invite you guys to please like, share, subscribe to your best friend, your new best friend, and also comment pin to the top. In the description below, keep up with the latest luxury styles and trends at gorgeous271.com. All right. Again, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.